Skills are what gives your resume life and personality, as they let recruiters understand what exactly you bring to the table. But how can you decide which skills to put on a resume? Good question, and I have the answer. My name is Caio Sampaio. I'm a career expert and certified professional resume writer, and today I will teach you all about skills for resumes. And the first thing you need to understand before deciding which skills to put on a resume is the difference between soft and hard skills, as they are both equally important. So, what are soft skills for resumes? And what about hard skills? Well, soft skills are interpersonal traits. Think about the characteristics that make you, you. For example, being a good communicator or very organized. On the flip side of that, we have the hard skills, which are the skills you acquire through training, like video editing or programming, for example. And it's so easy to end up overly emphasizing the hard skills on your resume, but that will make you look like a machine while the recruiter is looking for a human. After all, there's no point in being a great programmer if you are disorganized or cannot communicate effectively, for example. So keep that in mind when thinking about how to list skills on a resume. And now let's see some examples of soft skills that recruiters love. You can mention on your resume soft skills like communication, creativity, active listening, adaptability, and attention to detail. These are just some examples, of course. You can add here pretty much anything that makes you pleasant and a reliable person to work with. And now let's see some examples of hard skills. These will depend a lot based on your profession, as your career may have different skills you need to learn. But some tend to appear in several careers like research, management, presentation skills, computer skills like spreadsheets and Microsoft Office, for example, and also customer service, especially if you will be in direct contact with clients. And now that begs the questions, what exactly are the skills that you should put on your resume? Well, your best bet is to get some inspiration from the job ad, as it will tell you the skills recruiters want from you. See which of those skills you have and add them to your resume, but be sure not to lie. I know it can be very tempting, but it'll get you disqualified in a heartbeat. And now that you know the good skills to put on a resume, it's time for you to actually start writing away. And your first option is to create a section titled Skills and put your skills there, ensuring to make them stand out with an eye-catching format, as you can see on the screen right here. And I understand that, creating an eye-catching format and all that may sound very tricky, but it doesn't have to be, because you can use the Zeddy Resume Builder. It's an online tool that helps you write and format your resume in a few minutes. As you can see here, it even suggests good skills for your resume. You just need to search for a job title, and the Zeddy Resume Builder offers several suggestions tailored to your career. The link for you to try the Zeddy Resume Builder will be in the description of this video. And now, sure, you could stop there and call it a day, but you want to ensure your resume will be perfect, right? So you can also sprinkle your skills in other parts of your resume for maximum impact. And a good example is the work experience section. Here, you just need to mention your job title, the name and location of your employer, as well as your tenure working there. Then you'll list your responsibilities and achievements, mentioning how some of your skills helped you there. For instance, the example you see here says that he used Microsoft Word and Excel formulas, helping show his computer skills through his work experience. And you can also put your skills in your resume summary. The resume summary is a short paragraph at the start of your resume, and it should convince recruiters to continue reading your resume. And here's how you can use it to mention some of your skills. First, you start with an adjective that describes you. Then you mention your work experience. After that, share an accomplishment and say which skills helps you achieve it. Then you finish by saying how you plan to help the company grow through your skills. And if you'd like to read more insights about skills for a resume, be sure to read our full article on the topic written by a certified professional resume writer. It's full of insights and examples that will help you ensure your resume will be absolutely perfect. The link is in the description of this video. And you can also put your skills for resume in additional sections. No mystery here, just create a section for each thing like certifications, awards, affiliations, and so on. Then you add a matching description in them. Just make sure to keep it brief. After all, your resume should be no longer than 2 pages long. And that is it. That'll help you put skills on your resume. Have you found this video useful? If you did, be sure to drop a like and to subscribe to the Zaddy YouTube channel. I'm Caio Sampaio and I wish you a wonderful day. Take care and until next time. Bye bye.